Hello, in this video I'll go over the dispatcher panel and focus on the features that we need implemented immediately. And also I'll go in and show you how we need to be able to edit a customer order. So here in our old software, we'll go into the dispatcher panel and I'll go over what we definitely need immediately. There's a lot of features here, but I'll just highlight what we need for you to work on. So pretty much everything that a dispatcher needs to do when an order comes in from a customer is worked here. Um, let's focus on the left-hand side. We have a list of available drivers willing to take an order in a certain market. So I pared it down to make it easy for you to see. We're only looking at one market. It's called Columbus. We have one available drivers currently signed in right now. And this is the screen where all the orders that come in will appear. So first thing I want you to look at is this is the number, the order number. It tells you the status, meaning this order is brand new. It came in, we haven't done anything with it yet. The delivery type is delivery. The due date, when we're supposed to deliver the food and at what time. The age of the order, so this order has been in for 4 minutes, what restaurant it came from, driver, since we haven't assigned a driver yet, the customer name here, this is a fake order, so it's called fake order, the address of the customer, the total amount spent, how it's being paid, payment, and let's see, when the order was placed, and the dispatcher. So whoever takes care of this order, their email will appear here so we will know. And then the location again is Columbus, Mississippi. Okay, so those are the main features I want you to focus on. Order number, the status, due date, due time. It'll be nice to see how old this order is. So now it's been 6 minutes. The name of the restaurant, the driver. Once I assign, you'll be able to see the name of the driver, the customer name and address, how much they've spent, how they paid for it, and who's taking care of the order, the dispatcher. Okay, so another feature that is nice is once we click and highlight the order, we get to view it. And pretty much like your software as well, it has all the information we need, the order number, the name of the customer and address, any special instructions, payment method, when it's due, and then the breakdown of the order itself. We have the price, the total, tax, delivery fee, any additional fees, which is called surge fee here, web service fees, another fee, a driver tip, and then any coupons or credit that may be applied, and then the actual order total. So a feature that we want to focus on here is the status of the order. Any function that we perform on the order is time-stamped and it tells us who did what. So this helps us because a lot of markets have multiple people working and we need to know who did what and when. So the first status that would come in is about the order itself. It's new. It came in at 2:14, and if I would have arrived a driver, it would be assigned here. And then the CSR is a customer service representative or the dispatcher. It will also tell us via email assigned to each person, who did what. So what I mean by that is if I X out, let's say the dispatcher saw this order brand new, the first thing they need to do is view it, make sure everything looks good. Once everything looks good, they hit confirmed. And now the status of the order has changed from new to confirmed. So it's moving along the process. So if I click view, you will see that the CSR, which is me, happens to be me because I'm working on the order, it says who's responsible for that, and then at what time it was confirmed. Okay, so we X out of that. And then the next process would be to place the order. So by placing the order, depending on the restaurant, it's either the restaurant automatically got an email or fax, or this dispatcher needs to call in and place the order. And there are notes for the dispatcher to see what to do with the order. So we can do a quick view. And then there are notes. So this one says placement is to place online and then to pay online. So this is a manual note that whenever we enter this restaurant into the back end, we typed up notes for the dispatcher because again, there's many dispatchers working in any one market. They need to know what to do with this order when it comes in. Okay, so then there's information for the dispatcher only to, in the back end for them to see, to know what to do with this order. Okay, so then let's this is a real order. It's set for to place and pay online. The dispatcher will take care of that, and once it's placed, they will click place. And then don't worry about this. Just be able to change the status from new to confirmed, and now it's placed. So once it's placed, the order can be assigned to a driver. So right now, Will is available. So I'll assign it to Will, and then I'll click assigned and then send. And so now Will has control over the order. And once he arrives to the restaurant, he'll click arrived. He picks up the food, and then he'll hit en route, meaning he'll head to the customer. And once he drops off the food to the customer, he'll click delivered, and the order is done. So pretty much, again, for a dispatcher, we need to be able to override this in case there's something wrong with the driver's phone app and he can't do it. Update his status, the dispatcher can go in and override and click arrived on his behalf, and then click en route, and then delivered. Something I want you to focus on here is this is the filter button, and we can click on what we want to see. So for example, I want to choose a specific date. I want to check on orders from yesterday. I can go in and choose the date I want, and it will pull up all the orders of a certain date. So this is a very important feature to be able to filter, to search for current, past, and future orders. Another feature is to be able to choose what location I want to see. Let's say the manager is in charge of 3 different locations and he want to be able to see all the orders that are current. He can go in and choose the markets that he's in charge of, and then he can click apply and be able to see that all the orders available for all those 3 markets that he just chose. And also another feature is to group by. This helps us keep organized. The main group location is by location. Let's say he's in charge of these 3 markets. If he can group it by location and click apply, it'll be broken down to the specific markets. So under Columbus, you have 1 order. Under Boerne, you have 1 order. Under Boone, you have 2 orders. This keeps it organized, and he knows what order is under what market. So that's another important feature to have. And the show statuses is basically you want to filter and see only orders that have any one of these. Show delivered, pending, canceled, failed transmission, but most importantly, these 3 features right here. And then the apply button. Okay, so there's that. So because I've chosen 3 locations and grouped by location, I see the 3 locations and all the orders are grouped under there. So that's a very important feature to have. And let's click hide. So back to the order that we were working on, Columbus. Let's say a customer called in and said, hey, I need to edit the order. So the dispatcher is able to highlight this order and click edit. And now the screen pops up. I know there's a lot, so let's just focus on what's really important that we need implemented immediately. Here is the actual order from the customer. The customer called in and say, hey, I changed my mind. I don't want the side salad. So the dispatcher can quickly and easily go in and exit out, and it will automatically readjust all the pricing and fees accordingly. So we can easily X out. Let's say a customer say, hey, I accidentally chose 2 cookies but only want 1. So we can highlight the item itself. It will pop up, the item name, the price, and then the quantity. So right here it's chosen as 2. She wants to reduce it to 1. Quickly and easily, click save, and it will self-adjust. We can also go in and add an item. A customer say, hey, I meant to add another sandwich. So under that, we have items, and these are all the menus available, but because that's another feature where a customer can order from multiple restaurants. But right now, she wants from McAllister's Deli. So let's find the McAllister's Deli menu and say she wanted another sandwich. And she said she wanted the King Club sandwich. So you find it, the dispatcher does this, and then choose what the customer wanted. Let's just pretend that's what she asked for. And you click add item, automatically added that item. So with this feature, a dispatcher can quickly and easily add, remove, or modify the actual order immediately, and it will reflect the changes in price as well. So there's that. Sometimes a customer calls in and say, hey, I'm sorry, I meant to tip a driver, but I wasn't able to. Again, the dispatcher can go in and adjust the tip. Okay, so let's pretend all of those changes were warranted. We can click save. And now if you look at the actual order, click view, the new changes are reflected. Like the 2 cookies have now been reduced to 1 and a new sandwich has been added to the order. And I forgot to mention, so if you scroll down, again, the timestamps of the status change, when the order came in, when it was confirmed and by whom, when it came in to be placed by whom, and when the driver arrived to the restaurant. So there's that. And let's see. Oh, and also any modifications and edits is also noted. Okay. When we went in and changed, the original order was $24.30, but now it has increased to $33.63 because of the additional sandwich and then the subtraction of the cookie. Okay, so there's that. Let's say, for example, a customer called in and said, hi, I'm sorry, I have to cancel the entire order. That's done extremely easily. So just highlight the order and click cancel. And then you type in a reason for why the order is canceled. But in my case, because this was a mock order, I will say so. But if it's a real order, you can put customer canceled and click yes. And then it cancels and it takes it off the dispatcher screen. And on the customer end, if it was cash, no issues, right? But if it was a credit card, it would not be charged. So technically, when a customer orders, it's kind of in a pending mode, and you have a certain amount of time before it actually batches and the credit card is charged. In this case, the credit card will not be charged, and then the funds will be back on the customer's credit card because it wasn't technically ran all the way. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I know you will have questions for me about dispatching and menu editing, so please reach out. But that's just pretty much the gist and the main features that I want you to focus on. Thank you so much.